As an accountant with over 10 years of experience, I've seen people earn anywhere from $30,000 all the way to $300,000 live paycheck to paycheck. When you're dependent on a paycheck, you often feel tied down to a job you don't like because you don't have the financial flexibility to pursue the things that you truly want in life. In fact, more than half of Canadians, or 54%, are now in this situation. In today's video, I'll be walking you through why you might be living paycheck to paycheck, and more importantly, how to break free from this cycle. So let's dive in. Why you are living paycheck to paycheck. Reason number one, your money story. For many of us, our parents may never have talked about money, leading us to grow up without any idea of how to really manage it. And unfortunately, this lack of financial education leaves us unprepared to handle real-world financial responsibilities effectively. Or some of us grew up in families that faced financial hardship, and watching our parents struggle to make ends meet can leave a lasting impression. Money in these cases often have a sour taste associated with stress and anxiety, and this negative association can make us hesitant to deal with our finances head on. And then others might have picked up certain money habits that work against us. For example, therapy shopping or impulse spending can provide short-term relief, but often lead to longer-term financial strain. When we spend without thinking about the consequences, it can quickly spiral into consumer debt. And this debt, whether it's from credit cards, personal loans, or other consumer debt, adds to the feeling of being overwhelmed every month. And the need to pay various bills, combined with high interest rates right now, can make it seem impossible to get ahead. And each month, it feels like you're just treading water, barely making the bill payments. If any of these reasons resonate with you, take a moment to think about where you learned about money and how it shapes your relationship with it. Once you understand the root of your financial habits, you can now begin to reframe your money story in a way that serves you. Feel free to share your money story down in the comments below. Reason number two, numbers put you off. You might be intimidated by numbers. This fear can prevent you from understanding your spending habits, because without tracking your income and expenses, it's easy to lose sight of where your money is going. And without a proper diagnosis, you simply can't treat it, which would worsen your financial health over time, leading to financial stress and instability. Think about it. It's like trying to lose weight without thinking of how many calories you are eating. At the end of the day, it's just math. For example, you can't eat 5,000 calories worth of pizza and donuts each day and expect to lose weight and be healthy. You need to be disciplined with a healthy diet and incorporate exercise so that you can achieve a calorie deficit, which means that you are using more calories than consuming it in order to lose weight. So the good news is that you don't have to be a math genius. Fortunately, there are tons of ways out there to make your life so much easier, from apps to spreadsheets, to help you track your spending. I'll actually talk about how I track my money, so make sure that you watch until the very end. Reason number three is lifestyle inflation. Even if your income increases, you might still find yourself strapped for cash. This is often due to something called lifestyle inflation, where your spending increases along with your income, leaving you with little to no savings. I know many people with six-figure salaries who still live paycheck to paycheck. And the reason is that while they know how to make money, they don't know how to keep it. They're tempted to buy nicer cars, move to bigger homes, and go on extravagant vacations. For example, if you start with a $40,000 salary and have annual expenses of $40,000, you're living paycheck to paycheck with no savings. Now, suppose that you get promoted and you earn $60,000 a year. If you can manage to maintain your existing expenses of $40,000, you can now save $20,000 a year. However, if you fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation and buy a nicer car and move to a bigger place, your annual expenses now can rise to $60,000, and you would be exactly where you were before the promotion. No savings, and still living paycheck to paycheck. It's natural to want to improve your quality of life as you earn more. I don't blame you. But without clear financial goals, it's easy to lose track and not be motivated to save and invest for the future. So let's talk about how to break free from the cycle. The very first step is to start with your why. Before making any major changes in my life, I always start by identifying my why. What is my reason for wanting to make this change, and how will it help me stay motivated through the ups and downs? As Jen Sincero from the book You Are a Badass at Making Money aptly puts it, When you have a strong why, you don't need a whole lot of how. Having a compelling reason strengthens your motivation, making the specifics of how you will achieve your goals less daunting. For example, if you're tired of moving from year to year and dream of being a homeowner one day, this is your why. Then you set a SMART goal that is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So instead of saying, I want to save money, say, I want to save $15,000 in 3 years for a down payment on a house. When you frame it like this, you turn your abstract desire to save money into a concrete plan. And with a strong why, the necessary steps and challenges seem a little bit easier to navigate. Step 2. Invest in yourself. Learning how to manage your finances is the difference between living paycheck to paycheck and financial freedom. As Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad Poor Dad once said, the single most powerful asset we have is our mind. If it is trained well, it can create enormous wealth. So investing in your financial literacy is going to pay you dividends, as money is something you will need to deal with for the rest of your life. In today's world, there are so many resources out there. For one, you are off to a great start if you are watching this YouTube video, which YouTube is a great free resource. Or you can buy books for $20, which are written by financial experts. All of this costs very little money and just requires a little investment of your time and commitment, which is something that you can control. Step 3, manage your money. It's much easier to spend money than to save it, obviously. However, the only way to stop living paycheck to paycheck is to live below your means. Start by establishing a realistic budget that includes all your income and expenses. This will help you see exactly where your money is going, because in most cases, people are often shocked by how much they actually spend. Your memory can be quite deceptive. You might think that you only went out once last month for drinks, but when you're looking at your credit card bill, somehow your restaurant expenses last month totaled $300. The biggest benefit to creating a budget is understanding your spending habits, which helps you make more informed financial decisions. For example, if you set a restaurant budget of $100 and you've already spent it with friends last week, then to stay on track with your financial goals, you know that you need to decline other invites for the rest of the month. Tracking your spending regularly ensures that you stick to your plan. After a reality check on your spending habits, like I spent $500 on clothes last month, you can identify areas where you can cut back and save. This habit will keep you accountable and help break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. And if you want to learn how I manage my income, expenses, and savings, make sure to check out my video over here. Thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!